sounds, they are basically sounds. And gradually we are made to learn that, or we are taught that, we pronounce or we utter words in that way. But basically we throw air out of our mouth and we produce sounds. So here, in these three cases, it is sound effect which is more important. In pun, what happens, there is a play of identical sounds, same kind of sounds, like soul, S-O-U-L, S-O-L-E. Spelling different, meaning different, but sound is same, isn't it? Then some other word, just a second. Let me remember some other examples. I can remember only this. There are some other examples in the book, I guess. But basically in pun, what happens? There is a singular sound but double meaning. Okay, that is the main idea of pun. I think there is a duplication, or what is the definition, I don't remember exactly the lines of the book, but I can tell you this much. Even if you read the definition, there is a singular sound. The way you pronounce that word, that is same, but the meanings are different. Just as I told you, soul, S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L. Soul is one which we get in shoes, the sole of a shoe, and the other soul is the soul or आत्मा हम जिसे कहते हैं. Sound but double meaning. At times the meanings will be different according to the meaning of the sentence, and at times you will see the spellings are also different. Every time the spellings may be same, at times the spellings may not be same. For example, now as I have told you that S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L, they are different spellings, but at times the same spelling also pronounced in the same way but different meanings. Okay, this is fun. Can you tell me some examples which are there in the book?
Ma'am, sun, S-O-N and S-U-N.
Sorry, what is it?
Sun.
Sun, yes. S-U-N and S-O-N. Again there, we have the same sound, but the spellings are different. S-U-N and S-O-N, exactly. So this is pun, okay. You have to understand pun according to the meaning, and keep this in mind that in pun, you always have the same sound, but different meaning. At times, different spelling as well. This is fun. Some more examples do you have? I think the book has many examples.
Ma'am, soul.
Yes, soul I already told you. Soul is there. S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L. Sun is there, and at this time I can't remember more. But if you read the examples in the book, you will come to know. Read all the examples in the book, you will understand. So this is pun. The next example, the next figure of speech in your book is onomatopoeia. If you can, and remember, in case of pun, I think you have read in your schools homophones. Homophones. So pun are like homophones, which have a similar sound, but again, as I say, different meaning. Then go to okay, another example. I was just searching online. So another example which I got is, no, God and goat is not same, my dear. What is God? Another is goat. It's never the same sound. Okay. Another example which I just found in the net is tide. T-I-D-E, T-I-E-D. I just write, you will understand. T-I-E-D and I, sorry, T I D E, tide. Yes. So tied and tied, they are same sounds. One is to tie up, बांधना जिसको कहते हैं हम, and the other is there. No, they are also these two. Their pronunciation is different. Pronunciation is different. One is there, and the other is there. Okay, it's different. You have to be very particular about it. So, as I have been telling you, even in the class, that read the examples in the book. The examples in the books are well explained. Even reading them, you can understand. So, when we study pun, keep it in mind. In pun, we have a single sound, like in homophones. Okay, but we have double meanings. Like double meanings, I mean to say two different meanings. Single sound, a word which sounds similar, two words which sound similar, but two words, even if they sound similar, dear and dear, they are, yes, homophones. They are homophones. So, and different meanings, and according to the sentence, the meanings will be distinctly different. And there you understand, they can have a similar spelling, they cannot have a similar spelling. That is not a condition that always they will be with similar spelling, or always they will be with different spelling. No, it can be either ways, but yes, always the sound or the pronunciation is one single. Okay, so this is fun. Next is onomatopoeia. Turn to onomatopoeia now. Now, let me give you some words like banging. I am getting banging sounds right now. Banging. Now, when I say bang, does it have a different kind of a sound? No. The word banging itself tells us that the meaning is banging. Then hissing of a snake. Hiss. The sound of a snake is hissing. Dog barks, snake hisses. Now, whenever I use the word hiss, you know that it is the sound of the snake. Then, twittering, chirping, birds. Whenever we say chirping, twittering, we understand that twittering and chirping itself is the sound. Then, thundering. Thundering itself gives the meaning that what we understand by thundering. Whistling, then buzzing, then clicking. All these words are related to some kind of sounds. Banging, hissing, twittering, whispering, I said some more, etc., etc. Thud. They are all sounds. Words which express a sound. In onomatopoeia, we find which itself denote the meaning. Okay, like thundering, whispering, hissing, then buzzing, then murmuring. Yes, murmuring. Murmuring itself denotes the meaning of the term. Murmuring. I already said banging. So in onomatopoeia, we find words which itself denote their meaning, and in most cases the words are related to some kind of sound. So these are words containing sounds similar to the meaning of the words, as simple as that. These are this figure of speech, you find words or meaningful words which has a meaning which is similar to the sound of the meaning of the word that it gives. मतलब अगर मैं कहूँ कि hissing, then hissing itself is the meaning of the word because the snake hisses. If I say murmuring, then the word murmuring itself gives us the idea of the sound of what is murmuring. If I say whispering, Then whispering word itself gives us an idea of the meaning of the term whispering, thudding, banging, everything. Okay, this is onomatopoeia. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very easy. You just read the examples, that will do. The third one is alliteration. Go to the third one, you will get alliteration. Did you find?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me find an example of alliteration online so that I can give you. Okay, I got it. A good cook could cook as many cookies as a good cook would cook as many cookies. Now, is there a repetition of sounds here? I'll repeat. A good cook could cook as many cookies as a good cook would cook cookies. I am repeating good, I am repeating cook, I am repeating could, I'm again repeating cookies. Now in alliteration, when we find repetition of the same sound in, nearby words, like if you have three sentences, you will find that there is a repetition of sound within those three sentences. And that's how we identify alliteration. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Sure, this sound is repeated here. Now, you might ask me, ma'am, whether it is an entire word which is repeated or just a sound. Remember, it's always a sound, not word. We are not looking for repetition of similar words. We are looking for repetition of similar sounds. That's why sheep should sleep in a shed. Like the previous sentence, cook, could, cookies is not repeated, but the sound sh is being repeated. A sheep, sh sound, should, sh sound, sleep, sound, shed, sh sound. So in all cases, the sound is being repeated, and in this way, alliteration is that figure of speech where we find repetition of the same sounds in consecutive words or more than two words. Okay? That is, it has to be more than two words. And of course, it will always be more than two words because we at least get one or two lines. So this is alliteration. Okay. Is it clear? Pan, onomatopoeia, and alliteration.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Now what you have to do is you have to read the examples which you have in your book. Only then we can think of, understanding it. Now read me some example from the section of pun. Read me some example. Anyone? In pun, what kind of examples are written in the book? Can anyone read out to me? Or you don't read it out. Do some extra work, type it in the message chat box so that I don't have to ask you to repeat it again and again. Type it in the message chat box. We have enough time, we can do that. Okay, Alina, please. Okay, Meenakshi just wrote, the parson told the sexton and the sexton told the bell. There are two words. I'll just type them. TOLD and TOLLED, if I am not wrong. These are the two words. Now, of course, they sound ekdam similar, and what we can visibly see here is Their spelling is totally different. One is TOLD and the other is TOLLED. Now TOLLED comes from another word TOLL. Okay. So here, when we have the parson told the sexton and the sexton told the bell. Now, here, tolling of the bell is um, not exactly banging the bell to ring it, but moving the bell to produce the sound. So one is told, telling someone, one is told, TOLD is telling someone. I'm just typing so that you understand. And the other is told, which is a verb of doing the work of tolling the bell. Okay, so in this way you can understand that in pun we have similar sound words which sound similar. Told and told, they have similar pronunciation, similar sound, but different meaning. So this is one. Okay, will, again, yes, WILL, will is a word which has two meanings. I'm again typing it for you. It has two meanings. One is testament and the other is desire. Desire is जो इच्छा होती है हम में वो, और testament है it's a kind of a document. When parents prepare will for their children, it's a document, a written document. That kind of a thing is also called will. So this is pun. I think it is pretty clear. Rest you have to read the example from the books. Fine. Then onomatopoeia, I already told you. Hissing, buzzing, twittering, then ringing. These are all sounds which denote its meaning. That's why in onomatopoeia we have words which itself denote or give the sense of the meaning of the word. This is onomatopoeia, and the other is alliteration, where you have similar sounds being repeated or more than twice. So these are the three figures of speech. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to read the examples in the book. Is it okay? Okay then. I hope next week we will be back in the campus and we can continue our, interactive sessions, because figures of speech, they're already a bit, new for you all, and so in live classes it's better. Anyways, um, we have to devise some way or the other. Last 2 years also, who had figures of speech, they did online only. We could not help it. Anyways, so I would request you to read all the examples and do it itself. Now you are not going to college, you have more than enough time at your disposal. Read it itself so that you understand it itself, and it's like done for the day. Okay, just a second, I'll just take a screenshot of the people who are there in the class so that later we have a record. Just a second. Okay, thank you. So we can wind up the class today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You can leave the class.
Thank you, ma'am.